Hey everybody, Technically Jeff here, and today I have a review for you guys of the Heyincar H1 Smart AI box that brings wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay to your car, as well as the ability to watch videos on your car's display and install apps, things like that. And it's similar to the Carlinkit TBox Plus that I reviewed, but it is a much lower price. It does have lower specs, but from the videos I've seen online, it does actually seem to work pretty well. So we're going to go ahead and get everything unboxed and go over all the features with you guys and test it out, and we'll see if this is another solid option for our cars to bring that additional functionality.
So we'll start by looking at the packaging. On the back here we have the specs. It does have a quad-core Qualcomm processor, dual-band Wi-Fi, 2 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs of storage, and it does run Android 11. Now let's go ahead and take it out. It is a pretty small device here. It has some cooling openings on the back. It's got a USB-C port and a memory card slot. And it comes with a couple of USB cables. One is a USB-C to USB-C. And the other one is a USB-A to USB-C, which is the one I'll be using. So let's plug it in. Plugging in the USB-C side to the device, it is a nice and tight connection, which is good. Some I've tested are a little loose, which obviously isn't ideal. Then plugging it into the car, we'll see it load up for the first time. It does use CarPlay like other AI boxes to interface with the car's display. And now we'll restart it to get the right resolution for the screen. And this is the home screen it loads into. Going into the settings, you can connect to Wi-Fi. You can set a background. You can choose light or dark theme. I personally like dark theme, so I'll set that here. And this is the software version information. Now let's load up Netflix, which is preloaded on here. Obviously we need a network connection, so let me go ahead and connect to my phone's hotspot real quick. Now let's try that again. And it does seem to work fine. I'll go ahead and log in. It is a little laggy here, but not bad. Let's go ahead and put on extraction 2 and see how that does and see how the audio matches up to the video. Quality looks good in the Netflix app. There's no stuttering. Audio seems to match fine. You can't adjust the brightness using the bar like other devices I've tested, but overall it works fine. Now let's check out YouTube. It's a little slow to load here. Let me go ahead and pull up my channel. This advertisement's really clear. Audio seems to match up well, but the frame rate does look a little jittery here.
I've been able to just plug into my Tesla charger, and they just work with my EV6, which is interesting. So I got to thinking, I wonder if with all these...
Let's try fast forwarding. Well, that made it freeze, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and check out the Play Store. I'll go sign in real quick. Let's see about getting some maps on here. Waze wasn't found. Let's try Google Maps. That's not available either. These are third-party map applications, so that's not ideal. I don't see anything in the settings that should be limiting it. So it could just be how Google recognizes the device. It looks like we'll just have to try to sideload them. Now let's check video apps. So Disney Plus doesn't show, but we do have a few good ones here. Interestingly, Netflix is shown here, which that one usually doesn't show. It usually has to be sideloaded, so that is very interesting. It's also interesting too that Max isn't available, but the old HBO Max app is. But yeah, there's a few here. Now let's check for Chrome. Nope, that's not available there, so that's not ideal either. Let's go ahead and check the preloaded apps. You can see Disney Plus is here now, which is good. Let's go test that. We can see how audio matches up here.
Feliz Navidad, Señor Tim. Feliz Año Nuevo to you. Beautiful night tonight. Feels like more snow. Boy, I hope not. I gotta finish putting those decorations up on the roof. Well, I figured Joe might have put the kibosh on.
In a costume and coaching him.
What happened, honey?
Oh, well, Randy's no longer playing the innkeeper because he...
It seems to match up pretty good.
Yeah, he doubled the price of the room and asked the wise men for ID. They made me a sheep.
Hey, guys, no TV.
So that's a positive.
For your little trick about Sam.
I'll go through a few more settings here for you guys. And let me see if I can get Nova Launcher on here too. That's something I really like to use on basically all my devices since it's really customizable. And it is available, so that's good. That shut down the Play Store, so let's go ahead and open that back up. And it's installed now. So let's check it out. And I'll go ahead and set it as the default. I can move apps on the home screen. It looks like the search bar is locked right now. I can fix that later. I'll show you that the CarBetLink app is on here for screen mirroring, but honestly it doesn't work that well. You can't mirror videos. It doesn't actually show them on the screen. It just shows like the title and that type of thing. So I think that's what most people would use it for, and since it doesn't really work, I can't really recommend it. It does mirror regular apps though, so just as FYI. And I'll go ahead and pull up the installer here so we can see the preloaded apps. Spotify is already preloaded here if you did want to have that installed. One interesting thing is there is no settings app, so I actually had to uninstall Nova since I couldn't access it. Now I do want to show you how Wireless Android Auto and CarPlay work. So to access both, you tap SpeedPlay, and then you connect your phone, whether it's an Android phone or an iPhone, to the Smart AI Box Bluetooth. And once connected, it loads right up. Everything seems to work fine as it should. Audio quality is good. It does have a slight lag, but it's not bad, and it's kind of typical to what I see with the wireless Android Auto. And I'll go ahead and show you, this is where you would access files that are saved on your memory card. I'll check the Play Store again too, since Chrome isn't available. We can see if we can get another web browser to be able to download apps to manually install. And there are some reputable web browsers here, which is good, so we should be able to sideload apps no problem. And let's see. Let's check out the Bluetooth functionality. So it does play music fine from your phone, and you can make calls from here. You can adjust the Bluetooth settings. You can select the devices. You can access your recent calls and contacts. And yeah, that works fine. And then to get back to the car settings, we just tap the car icon. And that actually disconnected it, so it's restarting. Now it's back up. Let's try that again. And I'll access the apps and move around. And I'll tap the car icon to go back to the vehicle settings. And it restarted again. So that's not ideal. Not sure what's going on there. Now that it's back up, looking at the all apps screen, it is actually missing some now, which is weird. They are still showing in the settings app list here though. But yeah, that's basically everything that I can show you on this device.
So final thoughts, what do I think about the device? I think there are a few things to consider here. So for $75, it does provide you wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, which not many things can do for that price. So that alone makes it a decent deal. And it does provide you the ability to watch videos on your car's display. It's got Netflix and YouTube and Disney Plus already installed, and those do work. That said, I think it is hindered by the amount of RAM that it has, having only 2 gigs of RAM. I think that can cause some of the stuttering issues that we saw and some of the restarts. I think that the fact that the Google Play Store limits a lot of the things that you can see is a little bit of an issue. You can't download apps like Google Maps or Waze directly from the Google Play Store, which isn't ideal. You do have the ability to install a web browser where you can download the APKs directly, like from apkmirror.com to sideload the apps, but that's not an ideal experience. But I do like it in general. I like the product itself. I like the idea of it. I think that it's pretty neat. But personally, I think it's worth spending a little bit more money on a TBox Plus to get significantly more storage, more reliability, a newer operating system, and still get the wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay capability and the ability to install apps, like I said, like Google Maps and Waze directly from the Play Store. But you can take time to set this up the way that you would want. And like I said, sideload those apps and get the things that you want. You may still have some of those reliability issues, but it is possible. So I think there's a lot to consider here with this particular device. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'm interested to know. Do you think that the low price justifies the extra kind of work that you have to do to put it in to make it work the way you want it to? Or do you think it's worth spending extra money on a TBox Plus? But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Be sure to subscribe for more videos. I have a lot on the way, but I will see you guys in the next video.